Welcome back to WagerTalk.com. Saturday college football action. We've got Missouri at Arkansas. I'm joined by Bryan Leonard. Bryan, last week Missouri came up hot with a lot of the sharps, jumping on Missouri, looking at the old angle, win one for the Gipper. Gary Pinkel has decided to hang it up, and people thought that last home game that Missouri, along with all the other things that were going on at the university in the last couple weeks, that it would be a very emotional game. And Missouri did what they do best, not score points and play half-decent defense, but it wasn't enough not to cover the spread.
Yeah, that was the second week in a row, because you remember what was going on with the protests and all that the week before when they played BYU, and we were on Missouri. I love emotional teams playing at home for a purpose. Unfortunately, they're not playing at home in this one. They've had 2 straight games at home, and they really have given it all. Pinkel actually, after the game, teared up a little bit, and he said, "I hate to go out this way." So he seemed to think that was their last chance to win. At least that's what I gathered out of it. Now they're going on the road, playing a very physical team, the biggest offensive line in college football, and a team that's dual threat, could pass the ball, could throw the ball. Brandon Allen, 7 touchdowns last week. How many touchdowns is Missouri going to score? And that's the problem on the season. 15 touchdowns offensively for this team in 11 games. Haven't scored on the road in the last 2 games, haven't had a touchdown. I think this is a time when the powerful Arkansas is able to run the football, pass the football, and have some success.
This Arkansas team, unfortunately, you look at some of their games, and offensively, they're like the opposites of one another here. I mean, because Missouri can't score to save their soul, but Arkansas's defense seems not to be able to stop anybody. And they've had some real barn burners, and last week was another one, a 51-50 game. They had a game a few weeks back against Ole Miss, 53-52. And then they had a game that was a thriller for me. I had a big play on, about gave me a heart attack 4 different times. They played the 4 overtime game. And when you've got a favorite laying 6.5 going to overtime, you're not feeling real good. We got to that 4th overtime when they had to go for 2, and they got the 2-point conversion after the touchdown, took the 8-point lead, and then had to make 4 stops. And but at times you look at this, and this Arkansas team, and even in that game, they should have ran all over Auburn. They were up 17-0, rolling along, and then they threw an interception. And it changes the whole complexion of the game, and all of a sudden you're stuffing a team for a quarter and a half, and then the rest of the game they couldn't stop Auburn. Auburn went up and down the field. What do you make with the mental lapses on this team?
I don't think it's mental lapses. I think it's play calling. And we talked about this. We went down to the Gold Nugget and played the games of the years, and I played a lot of games with Arkansas, and I've lost a lot of games with Arkansas. But the thing is, when you've got an offensive line that big, you should be able to wear down lesser teams. I could see in the SEC, where most of the teams are just as physical as you are for the most part, you need to do something different. But when they played lesser teams from lesser conferences and they don't run the football, I just don't understand it. Last year, Arkansas was on a great run at the end of the season. Last game in the regular season, they played Missouri. They lost to Missouri. So we've got a revenge angle here also on that one. I know Missouri needs to win this game to be bowl eligible. They may actually get a bowl going 5-7 because there's so many bowls anymore. They've talked about taking 5-7 teams. But this is a team who has expended a lot of energy the last couple of weeks. I know Arkansas did have the overtime last week. They've had a lot of overtimes this season. But if they play it the way they should, they're a dual threat and they're bigger. I think Arkansas is the way to go on this one.
All right, that's Bryan's video best bet, and be sure to check out Bryan all weekend long. You got anything big planned coming this weekend?
I'm going to have one game on Thanksgiving that I really like a lot, and then I got some Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I might actually be in this game on Monday night. All right. I don't put out a lot of Monday Night Football
plays. You do not, and we'll have to find a good place to watch that game on Monday night then, buddy. That's right, it's the Browns on Monday night.
We'll be the only one there.
All right, head on over to WagerTalk.com. You can pick up Bryan's weekend all access, just $69. Get all those plays all the way through Monday. All right, we'll be back with more videos. Be sure to check them all out at WagerTalk.com.